Can I make this up as I go? Good morning. Raphael, 7286. What I'm going to speak about right now is what Miss Hippie said and about the cord of wood. Sure, I totally agree with you. I understand what you're saying. But you gave me an idea, so I'm going to mention the idea, and that's why I mentioned who gave me the idea right now. And if you take a cord of wood, and if you want to go through mathematical calculations, a cord of wood, okay, in a bag can be 0.5, 0.2, 0.8, 1.2, whatever size bag you want. But I want something that's perfect. I want it in 1. No higher, no lower, so it'll give me the exact square footage. So I take a cord of wood that's 8 feet by 4 feet, and I shove it into a bag. I get 32 bags out of one 8 by 4 cord of 16 inches, equaling to each bag of 1 cubic foot each, making my number perfect. Not above 1, not below 1. One is like 100%, and at the same time, it's the halfway point between two sides. Between two sides, having one in the middle, not saying that there's one more side, saying that if you equally have two sides of 1 square foot, it would actually equal to 64 and not 32. Equal to 2 sides. But that's still not perfect. In order to have a square to a face, you need 4 sides to 1 center that actually doesn't exist except for the separation of the bags. But don't forget, if we have a bag, okay, where the pieces of wood are now cut to 12 inches, now 12 inches is a foot. How thick will that bag be? Normally, a 12-foot piece, a 12-inch piece, gets a 6-inch bag of 18 inches high to equal to 0.75. So I would have to go on, I'm working with 0.75 bags now, in which 0.75 bags out of 42, 42 divided by 0.75 equals to 56. Now 56 is 2 times 28. And that's perfect for the moon. Usually it'll give you about 24 pieces, 22 to 24. Why? Because 5 and 6 is part number of the creation. 5 and 6. 5 and 6 is the student. In the game of the 7th gate, they go JEHOVAH. It's the one in the center that gives the verity. You see this? How much do you see? I only see 7. How much you see on the other side? I only see 8. So I'm seeing only the gateway because only the 1 is free. The reverse side of this is 3. There is no other 11, JEHOVAH. It's a one-time rule in craps. When you're in craps, you throw 3 or 11 and you have to throw the dice again. Somebody won and somebody lost with 3 and 11. If 7 comes, somebody wins, somebody loses. Why? Because the 7 is the opposite side of craps. 1 and 1, or 1 and 2, or 6 and 6. Now, talking about craps and bringing up this wood size, I know it's sometimes hard to swallow when I don't finish something, so I'm going to have to get back to that in a minute. Do you see that? You see this? You see the H? I have no choice. Why? Because I just put my pants on. This is one leg, this is the other leg. These are the oceans that go around. This is where the light comes in. One leg and the other end. The balls of my feet. My knees on the way up. If they say the Creator made something perfect, He certainly did. When He showed us 10:15, He's telling us there's 35 minutes left to finish this hour. No, there's 15 over to 16. There's only 34 minutes left to show me this hour. So 45 minutes. I don't know how I did that. This is 50 because I was measuring half. Now let me change that. Otherwise, I'd look like a... See, by doing this, I'm doubling over on time. Because 15 goes into 16, just like 0 goes into 1. So when this ends at 16, there's only 44. So to the 10-10 world, or the 5-5 world, or the perfect world, this and this will get 0. This and this will get 5. So it actually equals to 50. 5 and 5 is 10. 0, 1 actually equals to 51. Area 51. Is that time-space where you can't actually explain that 44 and 15 equals to 59, but it's actually the totality of 60 because one of the numbers is stretching out through the next minute. The link, the arm on the clock stretching the rope. And the minute the rope goes around, you have a ball of wool, and you're going around. But wait a second, you started going around, but you didn't finish. This part is still open over here. You go around, and then you have to come up to here, and you have to go over the link again because you have to pass through the loop. You're not finished until you go through the loop the first time, and you go through the loop the second time. Is the only way you can tie the necklace up. That's your 44. 1015 equals to 1335. Electric company, 2 worlds of 1 and 1, 2 worlds of 5 and 5, 2 worlds of 9 and 9. 3 times 3 is 9, 195. 195, okay, is actually saying 555. How? Because 195 minutes is 3 hours and 15 minutes. 3 hours and 15 minutes is still in here. Okay, it says ace. 3 hours and 15 minutes at nighttime. Okay, it's 720 minutes more. It'd be 915 minutes. 9 hours and 15 minutes would equal to 555. And this 3 and 3 on each side is actually just saying 555. The AC power, the rice. 35 plus 15 equals to 50. Equals, supposed to say 60 because I got 66. 66 and 11 is the 7th gate. 77 and 13 is the AC energy. 7 and 7 is 13. 4 and 4 is 10-10. That's the passage of the energy from 6 to 4, from one side to the other side. The 2 legs of my pants. My hips, connecting 4 and 4. 6 and 7, 6 and 7. 1 and 1 is the energy passing. 1 and 1. You can look at it any way you want. 347 equals to 141 is the birth. For me, what is the birth? I'm not sure. What is 1 for 1? It is the birth creating 5 and 4. It is the birth of Eve. It is the birth of Eve. That's what it says. Now we're going to put together 3 and 10 is 13M. 13, 10 equals to 6. 13 becomes 19. A and I creates AIS. 13 is M. It creates MAIS, and it says popcorn. Popcorn now says POP, pop. 16, 10 equals 16, 10 equals 16, 7, 6, 7, 55 and 55, the egg energy passes. 55 and 55, the spirit is 76. 76 times 76 is 5776. And when is it? It's now. The last thing we're going to talk about is the elf is back to 11 again. We're going to talk about 11. Okay, 11 is 1 and 1, right? But it's not 1 and 1. It's 5 and 6. 1 and 1 is a loser. 11 is the elf. The ELEF. EF is 5 and 6. Aleph. It's half. 28 is 1 moon. 56 is 2 moons. 112 is your 1, 1, 2 moons. 1, 2, 1. That is your moon. 1, 2, 1. Because when you have a 1 and a 1, you automatically have 1, 2, 1. 2 above the 1 and 2 below the 1 and the V in between, bringing the life to the 4. 56 and 21 is 77. 89 and 21 is 77 or 911. 56, 65, 21, 12, 68, 86. 95, 59. What are all these? Flipped upside down is 95, 59. 202. I said you need 4 because you're in the birth passage, both worlds, 5 and 9, not 1 and 5. 1 and 5 will make this 10-10. 4 and 8, space will make this perfect, and this will be 808 bicycle cards. What does this say? It says Aleph, okay, Father of the high sky of the mind, of the universal cube of El, her cube. 21 and 56, 65, 21, 12. What is 68? Where do we get 68? 68 is 101. It's 11 because they're both 1 away from 7. So number 11 is now inside here, and that's the mind. It is the K letter. It is the king. If you draw the king letter and put a V in a V, you connect your 2 cherries. So all these numbers, this one will now produce 42 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, making the mind perfect. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals to 5, and 5 is the spirit of 76 inside 2112. 5 by 6 is creation, will create 41. Inside here creates 41 in order for the mind to travel. 41 and 42, 41 is in the center, 42 is on the two sides, 41, 42. This joins the two sides. 56, Aleph. Remember, 56 only creates the seventh gate of 7. We showed you on the dice. This becomes the clock. 17, the clock. 9 by 8, 9 plus 8 is 17. 1 and 7 equals to 60 seconds on the clock. Why is 9 and 8 17? Because 1 and 6 equals to 7. And 7 and 0. 6 and 0 create your 60, create your 66, create your 3 creation. 3 and 8, 3 and 9, 11 and 12, 23 creation. 3 and 3 creates 5 and 4, the sun. 3 and 3 creates 8 and 9, the high heaven. If you have your own, if you give every single number of a word, then those numbers, when they show up, will be that word. So we saw how this works, how we're going to make this 6 times 8, 6 plus 8, equals to 42 and 14. 42 is 14, 14, 14. Can we divide it by 2? Can we divide it by 3? Can we divide it by 4? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Can we divide it by 2? Can we divide it by 3? Can we divide it by 4? We divide it by 2, this one and this one, this side and this side. Divided by 2, the moon, the eyelids, the eyelashes opening and closing of the moon, opening and closing on one side of the eye. 1, 2, 3, the 1 in the center to the 2 on the sides, to the 1 on the left. This is equal to 1.5. This is going to be equal to 1 and 1, and this equals to 1, 1 and 1. When you use the center, right? The center is what? 1 and one side is a half, and 1 and one side is a half. It's 1 and 1 is 2, 2.5. 1 minus 1 plus 2.5, 6 minus 2.5 equals to 3.5. How many grams do you want to go? 28 grams, 35, 3.5 times 8 equals to your 1 ounce. So you take 2.5 and you end up with 3.5 from 1 and 7. That is the queen. That is the queen, the Q letter, the queen. The queen. What is this? 2468, 3746, 687, 643, 324, 447, 1812, 915, 9396. The sky in rotation. You join this all the way up, split it between two sides. Seems like in this picture the energy comes from the bottom. If you really take a look at this, it's this. And then becomes the Magen David, the Star of David. GameCube. You need space for it to move. Moves to this side, moves to this side. Touches love here, touches love here. Do you see the way it is? There's another area here and another area here to have the same cube. But I'm only showing you one. What are these numbers right now? 2468, 2468, here, 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 and here. I put 4 and 4 because we don't need the 6, because it's the half-life that shows it already. 3, 4, 7, 4, 6, the dots, these dots, 3, 7, 4, 6. What is 687? This is 4, 6, 8, 7. 4, 6, 8, 7. What is 643? 643. Let me look for that. Right. 6, 6, 4, 3. Right here. This dot, this 4, and this 3. 6, 4, 3. What is 3, 2, 4? I have 3, 2, 4 over here. These 3 dots over here. What is 4, 4, 7? 4, 4, 7. I'm trying to think of it right now. 4, 4, 7, because of the opposite. This is in rotation. 4, 4, 7, but that can also be a mistake because I'm not sure where it is. I know 4 is over here. Here is 2. Here is 4. 2, 3, 4 is here. 2, 4, 6 is here. I didn't write the right number down, but if I turn it upside down, this side will now become a 6. So this should actually say 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4. So 3 and 3, 2, 4, no, 2, 4, 4. 2, 4, 4 is right here. 2, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4. So 4, 5, 4 shows up right here. This is creation of Eve. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 11. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to 9. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2 equals to 8 and 6. 4 by 3 plus 3 equals to 19. I'm just trying to think. 5 times 3, 5 plus 3 equals to 23 again. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 equals to 20. 10 and 7 is 17, so it brings me over here. So what I'm trying to do is see what the numbers and where they bring me in the same square. The square around the 5 equals to the moon. These two over here and these two over here equal to Eve. 4, 5, 5, 4. EVE, Eve, right over here. This is the sun. This is the gateway. If the gateway splits, where will it send the energy? Into 8 and into whatever number's over here. 9. 8 and 9 is right here. So the energies come into 9. And if you take a look at these lines, this line, right, and this line over here is showing you that it encompasses right here, the number 9 in this corner. You see the halfway here is the 9. You see the way the line goes through it? It's shooting out and it's coming over. It's the sun is shining over the number 9. Or it is showing that 7 and 9 are living in with side 8. Or these two are the gates. Open these two up, move them, all these move. If these come together, it becomes one gateway. Is there a hole in the door? If there's a hole in the door, the question is, every time an arm goes down and sits on a corner, that's the corner with the hole. You don't see it. But when it rises up, you see the hole in the center. So this would be the fish coming out of the water. The hole is right here as he comes out. As he gets out of the water, this bar of his life goes up here. He goes through the hoop and then back down over here into this side. Can you pick up a visionary of that? The apple on each side, the roof and the floor protected at all times. The 45 record. A stick and a stick and a stick, 6. A stick and a stick and a stick, 6. We got 3, 6, 9 sticks. And then we have 1 stick here, 1 stick here, and 1 more for the third one because I only showed you 2. That third stick. In this stick over here, there has to be a hole in it. If the hole is not in this, how can this one go through? If this stick is solid, right, then how can this go through? I would have to make a hole either in this stick, or they're all on top of each other. If all these sticks are on top of each other, I need a level for each stick, like a fish stick. Unless you curve it, but then if you curve it, you have to curve it in 4 different spots because all the curves will hit. Now, if you make a hole in it, you're going to have to make a pretty big hole, but you can never get all these into the same hole. Because once you put them in, they'll hit each other. So then each of these become half sticks. It's all in the question. It's all in your perception. All I'm trying to do is open to mind to understand. If this is 6, what is this? That's 7. What is this? That's 6. What is this? That's 6. What is this? That's 6. But what is this? That's 6 and 2. Saying 2 dice, 2 different dice, 2 different houses, or a joining house. We need 3 of them now because 1 is different. This is the 1. That is different. This is the 1. That is different. T-Rex. Only count the center. We don't need both sides. You count both sides to understand, or you take the center. How do we do our art in our mind? Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. One last thing. The throat. The G and E electric. Possibly, again, the thyroid gland. I'm getting to this. Why? Because G comes with E. Gorge. What is the gorge? What is a gorge? In French, it's throat. What happens in our throat? What do we need to do in our throat? Automatically, G gets E. It says George. Here it gets 2 E's. Here it gets an R. It says row, row, row your boat. Why? Because this is a French word. I give the A letter for R. Or if I say it in, no, sorry, if I do it in English, I give it an AR. If I do it in French, I give it an ER. If I give it an ER, the O is the 15th letter. That'll go A, E, and E. Now, E and E create two worlds. It creates the J, it creates a link. Now, I don't know how to put this together, but I do know that there is an equation for it that can be calculated. I don't know what it is right now. One day I'll figure it out. The valley equals to the separation. The gorge, it's not a hole inside a volcano. Everything has its own reality for understanding. Everything we do in life, you work in mechanics, you have slang. You go hunting, you have a slang. You have a call. You have sign language. They show a horse. They show his nose on the other side of the horseshoe. It says bun. But bun is also a place to put gas. Enhance, to take chance or to make change. Inside the horseshoe of life. It's around you, and it's always leaving the thyroid gland open. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.